Before they were Pink Floyd, they were an R&B cover band called the T-Set. The crucial turning point came when Syd Barrett began writing original, whimsical songs, transforming them from a bar band into the architects of British psychedelia. Ozzy in 1974. Black Sabbath was completely blocked while trying to write their next album. They were ready to quit until Tony Iommi accidentally came up with the massive riff for Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, a moment of inspiration that saved the entire record. Freddie Mercury on the 1978 Jazz Tour. This was the era of stadium anthems and Queen at their most outrageous. This controversial outfit was part of the bicycle race spectacle, proving that nobody could command a stage quite like Freddie. The Cure's first trip to New York in 1980 was a profound culture shock. The city's gritty, imposing atmosphere left a deep mark on Robert Smith, directly inspiring the dark, claustrophobic sound of their classic album, Faith, the following year. The Experience in full psychedelic color. This iconic photo was for the American release of their debut album. The band hated the original, boring UK cover and demanded this vibrant new look to match their revolutionary music and style. The Greatest and the Matriarch of the Blues. This was Zaire, 1974, during the massive music festival for the Rumble in the Jungle. In a quiet moment away from the chaos, two American icons, Muhammad Ali and Etta James, connect. Ello in the studio. Mastermind Jeff Lynne was obsessed with creating a perfect orchestral sound. He would hire entire string sections and then endlessly overdub them, building his massive symphonic wall of sound, layer by painstaking layer. The twin titans of Zeppelin in a quiet moment. This wasn't just a casual read for Jimmy Page. His deep obsession with astrology and the occult was the source of the band's powerful mystique, from the famous Zoso symbols to his legendary Boleskine house. They were the Rockin' Vickers, a wild beat group from Blackpool. While they never had a major hit, their guitarist would become a rock god, a young Ian Kilmister, better known to the world as Lemmy, from the legendary band Motorhead. AC/DC in Copenhagen, 1977, pure raw electricity on the Let There Be Rock Tour. This was the first tour for bassist Cliff Williams, whose simple, powerful playing became the final, essential ingredient in the band's legendary rock-solid rhythm section. George Harrison at home with his dog. George was so devoted to his sitar mentor and dear friend, the great Ravi Shankar, that he named this very dog Shankar in his honor, a symbol of their lifelong spiritual connection. The Kings of Southern Rock. The secret to their power was the triple guitar assault of Collins, Rossington, and Ed King. Having three lead guitarists was almost unheard of at the time, and it created the signature sound that defined a genre. The Grateful Dead in 1974, the year of the Wall of Sound. This colossal, custom-built PA system was the peak of audio perfection, but it was so expensive to tour with that it nearly bankrupted the band and forced them into retirement. The Runaways in 1976, the year they unleashed their debut album. While the press focused on their age and image, they were a legitimately tough rock and roll band. They kicked down doors and took the abuse so future generations of women could rock. The legendary Bon Scott in '74, during AC/DC's very first year. He had just joined the band, thinking his own career was over after a bad motorcycle crash. This was the beginning of his second chance and his journey into rock immortality. The Stones in '66, a band in transition. While Mick and Keith were taking over, the band's soul, Charlie Watts, sports a mustache modeled after Victorian-era cricketers, a touch of dapper, historical flair from the coolest man in rock. A rare moment of calm for the notoriously explosive supergroup, Cream. The band's name was no accident. Clapton, Bruce, and Baker were already considered the absolute cream of the crop among all British musicians. Their brilliance was matched only by their egos. The Doors live in New York. Their sound was as revolutionary as their attitude. The band had no bass player. Keyboardist Ray Manzarek played all the bass lines with his left hand on a separate keyboard, creating their iconic, hypnotic sound. The heart of rock and roll. After years of theatrical excess, the Stones' '78 tour was a raw, back-to-basics affair. They played smaller arenas, stripping away the spectacle to reconnect with the fans, one sweat-soaked show at a time. The sweet sound of the '60s. But behind those golden harmonies was pure soap opera. Affairs, betrayals, and unrequited love within the band fueled their greatest songs, but the tangled relationships would soon tear the group apart for good. The student and the master. Stevie Ray Vaughan, seen here with his idol Buddy Guy, was his most famous disciple. SRV once said, "Without Buddy Guy, there would be no Stevie Ray Vaughan." A true passing of the blues torch. This is humble pie after Peter Frampton's departure. Instead of folding, Steve Marriott pushed the band into a heavier, bluesier direction, cementing their reputation as one of the loudest and most electrifying live acts of the early '70s. Led Zeppelin, kings of the world. These MSG shows were filmed for their movie The Song Remains the Same, but backstage, nearly $200,000 of the band's cash was stolen from their hotel safe. The crime was never solved. The ultimate rock and roll power couple, 1982. After Ozzy was fired from Black Sabbath, it was their manager's daughter, Sharon, who took him on. She defied her own father, resurrected Ozzy's career, and built one of music's great empires.